Hi, everybody. My name is Dawn Bennett with Touch Remedies, the science and soul of deepening your connection to yourself, others, and communities. And today I'm here with Joanne Sorenson. Joanne leads a nonprofit that takes people on service and learning experiences, and that's called In Our Hands. You can find her Facebook page, In Our Hands, or find her on inourhandsadventures.com. But we're here today to talk a little bit about physical contact and touch and how it's been for her over the times around COVID and the challenges and the things that she's learned about herself during that time. So Joanne, tell me a little bit, how has it been for you? How were you with physical contact before and during quarantine?
Well, for a couple of years now, I have lived on my own. It's just me and my small dog, which has been real different, but overall, I've really enjoyed it. I love having solitude, having time to be in the quiet after a busy day. I'm used to being very busy running around to networking groups and meeting people and planning things. I'm pretty outgoing most of the time, so I like to hug people, and I try to be careful about sensing if they're open to that. But I'm used to being pretty affirming, trying to touch people on their arm or something so that I acknowledge them and giving them hugs. The biggest challenge, I think, for me during this pandemic is being isolated pretty much 24/7 because all of the groups that I would run around to, I can't go to. Or else I'm online on Zoom most of the time, and that gets tiring too. I've enjoyed that, and at the same time, I miss the physical presence of people and the fact that I can just, reach out and touch their arm or something. It's just a lot more impersonal. And of course, that means that there's no touching when you're not with anyone. So, so the few times I've been with a couple of my family members, my two kids, I've been with them, I think, twice in the last few months. So it's been really good to just be with them and be able to hug them. But that's about it. I am very grateful to have my little dog.
Yeah? How has it
Uh,
felt to have your dog?
it has helped because it's a living creature that's here with me, and dog people with dogs all know that they have a lot of different abilities to sense what you're feeling or thinking. And so, there's times when I've been down and my little dog comes and snuggles up with me, and I don't know how he knows, but he knows what to do.
Right.
And so it's helped to have him present and close, and that I can at least be with him and touch him.
So have you noticed during this isolation that it's shifted, made it more challenging to connect with people? Have you noticed a change in your own mental or physical health in some manner that has come from this separation? Or has it been pretty okay because of your dog, even though you're missing the contact with people?
I just really miss the contact. I don't think I'm still busy with a lot of other things. And I'm working at in a position part-time, though I don't spend a lot of time there. I'm mostly doing things from my home and online and on the phone. So I've still had a lot of phone contact with people, so that's helped. But it's still not the same as being present with people.
Yeah.
So.
What are you hoping for as kind of, we're starting to open right now. We don't know if we're going to stay open or have to go back into quarantine or what's going to happen, but what would your hope be as you go out and engage? How do you, are you going to be touching people on the shoulder? Are you going to be asking more permission? How do you envision yourself interacting with people as this comes forward?
Yeah, it's a really interesting time to think about how to do that. I really want to try to be more intentional about respecting other people's need for touch or not. I notice even in, walking into a store, there's sort of an automatic response to draw away so you're not too close to people with being physically distant. And even when I'm with a few people in an environment where it's safe to be together, I don't want to touch them if they're not comfortable with that. So I try to ask. Um, it's really awkward because we don't know right now. There's so many things we just don't know, when these changes are going to happen or when we're free to be normal again, whatever that was. When
Right.
we can go touch and hug people that we used to hug. I mean, when is that going to change? How is that going to be different? Um, my hope is that people will really respect these needs to be distant until this pandemic has passed or is decreasing, so that we can get through it. I feel like these states that are, where it's getting so much worse right now, people aren't doing that, and that's to everyone's detriment. So
Yeah. Well, great. Any last thoughts that you have around physical contact or anything that you think could help people reach out when they do need physical contact towards others?
I think people need to be more forthright about what they need. If they need a hug, it's okay to say that, or keep away from me. I don't want to get the COVID. Or I mean, just say what you're thinking or wanting. I wish people could be more free to do that and
Hmm.
not so uptight about whether they're offending someone or doing something or not. Because I really want to get through this so we can go back to being together.
Yeah.
Um,
And it is a challenge because it's hard to say no if you don't want touch, if you're afraid the other
right,
person will take it personally.
right,
But really, it's a really great honor to say, like, hey, here's what I need.
right.
How can we meet?
And to not take it for granted. I mean, I mean, we all know this because we've all been distant, but I've been really envious of my friends who live with someone and have that contact with somebody every day. I miss that. I miss not being able to have that at all. So I will never take it for granted again.
Right. Right. Well, good. Well, thank you so much, Joanne. So once again, Joanne Sorenson, a Lutheran minister, and with the new nonprofit In Our Hands. You can find her at inourhandsadventures.com. I so appreciate seeing you again, Joanne, and look
Thank you.
forward to when we can chat again soon.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have a lovely day.